sorry. We're on.
St Kilda, you're making a splash. Welcome to the Pubcast Show. It is episode 7. It's our second last one, guys, and we're saving the best to almost the last here in St Kilda. We're at the Local Taphouse. What a beautiful venue this is.
It's very woody.
It is very woody. It's very
That's
solid.
a good thing.
It was a gag there. And a very lot of beautiful people here behind the bar and on the right side of the bar, on the wrong side of the bar. Just a beautiful St Kilda afternoon at the sun setting, and you can smell the money. So obviously my transition to Thornbury is working because there's plenty of money here, and we'll be talking to Dick and Dave from the St Kilda Council, Caulfield Council, about that a bit later.
Before we continue, I'd like to acknowledge that we're in St Kilda, as it's known now, but we're actually on the traditional lands of the Bunurong people, and we pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging on what is land that was never ceded and always will be Aboriginal land. So over to you, Maddy. What else have we got to talk about?
We have got about 5,000 guests this evening.
I know, that's why it's so packed here, because they're all going to be guests on the show.
The gang are all here. We've got the fantastic, tall, dark and handsome Mike Elrington lurking over in the corner, having a bit of a snack. He'll be performing a couple of numbers for us. We have got the adorable and hilarious Mr. Andrew McClelland somewhere, who I can't see.
Oh, look, it's not even his mum. It's himself.
Comedian.
Hey, you've got to be your biggest self-promoter. I know that. And that's what I do. Get out of my way, everyone. So, and we also have Dick and Dave, our pollies in the house.
Dave, they sounds like they need their own show.
Who needs Elbow and Piney Who needs Piney and Elbow on the Today Show when you've got Dick and Dave on the Pubcast Show live right across the world? And a little shout out to some friends of ours in New York,
Long Island.
We've got a bar, and they're actually going to, you don't know them yet, but I know them,
No,
and they're
right.
actually going to do a podcast, a little video postcode of their bar in Long Island, and put it on our Facebook page.
That's great. We'd love to hear from you. But can we quickly just sort of, how was your weekend?
Well, what a weekend. We
Wow.
all got to have a little outside of school excursion, and we all went to a day on the green, and it was very fun, and I don't have anything else to say about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
Anything else
it was just lovely to see you in full flight out on the grassy knolls of the wineries.
Well, when I got dressed, it was pouring with rain. It was a rotten afternoon. There was lightning, there was thunder, there was mud. There was so much mud, but
Can we just mention Chrissy Hine and Stevie Nicks? The weather, schmether, the heels, schmills.
well, when I dressed for that,
Awesome.
when I dressed for that gig, I went weather, no problem. What's my swishiest dress? And I swish tested all of them, and I picked the right one. I had the old watermelon number on.
dress, always. And so thanks, Jason, for
I got the tickets. I
Getting
got
me
some
a
free tickets courtesy of Day in the Green, and I got 4 tickets because you never ask for 2, you always go up high for 4. And Maddy was second called, and Maddy said already going out there with the aunties, and one of your aunties is an absolute weirdo. We'll get to her later about what happened, what she asked about Karen and I. We'll come back to that later. And Maddy said, no, I'm already going out there. Called Karen. Karen said, yes, I love the Pretenders, Stevie Nicks. So we're doing all that, and it was just really good to hang out. If you think we're turning into the Triple R breakfasts to be seen at every public event, no. I actually enjoy seeing these two just on a Wednesday, but we actually really enjoyed each other hanging out. We've got some photos. But my highlight, if I could say, Chrissy Hines, like 69, 70, still just rocking it. Just absolutely fantastic.
Nobody wears
What
a
about us?
t-shirt and jeans like her.
But the highlight for me was when the bar closed. Maddy, Mum and the aunties, it was like war rations. It was they were at the front line of the trenches, and they're going like this. I have never seen women having a great time, but there were some argy-bargy. They were putting up their glasses, their plastic glasses, going, "Oh, you've got more than me. This is the last drop." It was
It
was like Bligh and the mutiny in the boat. It was just like they got more provisions than I have. It was incredible. So it was great, but it was good to hang out.
It was good fun.
There I was in gold class seats having a mineral water and cheese and cracker.
Exactly. Karen did the
And
right.
thank you for helping me carry all those wines out of the bar because we were on rations.
We had a great time.
Anyway,
And,
that was us. That was fun. Hope you had a great weekend. And it is hump day after all, so we can all start thinking about what's happening next weekend. And Maddy's going to give us a gig guide later. But now, There's somebody sitting in the chair just there.
Our first comedian. I don't know how this is going to go. So, Maddy, how about you do the introductions and we'll just play it by ear.
All right, well, this is very exciting because this is my friend Andrew McClelland, who I have known for a little while as a DJ and spectacular dancer and quite a funny lad. So,
there is nothing like a comedian being introduced as quite a funny lad.
Quite a funny
and
lad.
just an amusing little jakester, old Andy McClelland.
Andy McClelland, smoking a little pipe.
Well, not here.
Outside,
a dancer. Or are you a dancer?
Oh, I'm a dancing dancer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's not an official job of mine. It's just a passion and hobby.
Just something you can't help but doing.
Well, much like Sugar Pie Honey Bunch, I can't help myself. I bloody love it. I'm mad for
It's a
it.
shame we don't have anything on. So, look, Andrew,
Yes.
you are here, as you are often at the local tap house in St
certainly am.
Kilda. What do you do when you come to the local tap house?
I do stand-up comedy when I'm here at the Local Taphouse. Why? Because the Local Taphouse is the home, well, the longest-running independent comedy room in all of Melbourne, as in the Comics Lounge over in North Melbourne. That's run for a really long time, but that's a proper business, lots of staff. Janet McLeod runs this room.
Oh, Janet. Hello, Janet.
Oh, Janet, we love you.
She's not watching.
She may well.
Isn't she watching?
She
She's
might.
probably going to be watching at some point.
You can watch this later, can't you? This is a modern sort of thing.
This is the guy that thought this was a podcast.
I don't think I was told it was a podcast, and I'd just be sitting down here splitting the breeze. That's why I haven't dressed
That's what I
up
was gonna
properly.
say.
Well, with that dress, it gives me a great segue, and my understanding of comedy and comedy dynamics is a segue. Is the Melbourne Church happy that you're allowed to break the ranks during the day when you do your door knocking to come and do some stand-up
They
comedy?
certainly
You
are.
look like, you've got a little badge there in the tie and the heat, walking around knocking on the doors.
It's the fact that I've never allowed my knees to be broadcast before, but
what?
cop a look at
World
Melbourne.
exclusive.
There they bloody are.
Boyish.
Mwah, mwah.
Boyish knees.
Oh, pretty cute.
But guys, I'm not here to talk about my knees. I'm here to talk about
What happens here on a Monday night?
Local Laughs.
Local Laughs.
Which is my favourite comedy room in all of Melbourne. Janet has run it since 2002.
Oh,
Everyone has been through here in Australian comedy. Everyone, like Tim Minchin
Give us some
did.
names. Yeah, come
Well,
on.
he did his first stand-up set without a piano here. Everyone, like Adam Hills and all that, and like Celia Piccola and Luke McGregor and Tom Ballard started here.
You
He
just
used
dropped a
to
few names there, mate. You want to pick them up?
drive down. That's the whole
That's
point,
why I
mate. I'm
asked you to
promoting
drop
it.
them.
Yeah,
I asked you to drop
absolutely.
those names.
And don't you know that we young people are arrogant these days? We're constantly talking about how good we are. And at 38, I'm pretty young. Right.
Yeah, making me feel younger by the minute.
But
Thank you very
yeah,
much.
it's on every Monday night. Just if you enjoy comedy at all and live vaguely outside, anywhere you live. In fact, as I said, Tom Ballard come from Warrnambool to come to this room.
I'd come over the Westgate Bridge.
Damn straight you should.
You know,
Yeah. And
Okay,
even
so-
Northsiders might come over the river if they could stand
Oh,
it.
don't start.
Oh,
Don't
yes,
start.
no, we're keeping it nice. But if you didn't want to watch Q&A or Four Corners, what a great remedy.
Indeed, absolutely. Get yourself some classic lols, as the young people call them. Just for laugh out loud. All right.
All right,
good
here we
stuff.
go. The classic thing about comedy is, guy walks into a bar, rabbi walks into a bar. Question without notice. Give us your best or your worst or your whatever in between bar joke.
that's a good
1,
idea.
2, 3. Down the barrel, go.
All right. This is the first one that comes to my mind. It's an oldie, and I hope it's okay. A lady walks into a bar, says to the barman, "I'll have a double entendre, please." So he gives her one. There we go. All right. Hey.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. All right. Well done.
I didn't know he was going to ask that. That's the only one I remember. Okay. All right. Bye.
And he's off to another show in the city. And
He
also-
actually has a podcast dropping this evening with the very, very funny Tony Martin that will be available from midnight. It's called Childproof, so look it up on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts from.
I love how everyone's going to drop in an adjective when you talk about a comedian, like the very funny Tony Martin, the very funny...
That's
Gilbert
how I
Felici,
introduce everyone.
They're fucking comedians, of course they're funny.
Well, hang
I want to
on.
be a stand-up. I want to be a stand-up comedian and actually be called the most unfunny comedian that would
No,
be.
let's face it. Not
Hey, it would
all
be us,
comedians are funny.
You just got to
Do
say
I
fuck.
hear
You got to
Australia?
pause. That's all you got to do.
No,
That's
you
comedy.
don't. No.
Anyway, hey, listen. We pride ourselves on music, and the reason why we are here is because it's the Melbourne Music Week, and that's
That
why
it
we're doing
is.
some comedy. So we're doing that.
Yeah.
Maddie, can we introduce our first musical guest, please?
Our first musical guest is Mike Elrington, and this is going to be good.
His song Better Days.
Give it up for him!
Every time I get back on my 2 feet, Well, Mr. Bad Lucky sent someone new for me to me. It seems I spend my life playing at a losing a game. Stand up and fall down again, it's all the same. Just when I think nothing left to do, well, I go turn around and I say to you, better days they're coming my way. Better days they're coming my way. I'm gonna find myself a little piece of a mind. I'm gonna search and see exactly what I might find. I'm not asking for much to let me bear me. Could somebody shed a little light upon my scene? On my scene, on my scene. Better days they're coming my way. Better days they're coming my way. I'm gonna find myself a little piece of a mind. I'm gonna search and see exactly what I might find. I'm not asking for much just to let me bear me. Could somebody shed a little light upon my scene, upon my scene, upon my scene? Yeah, upon my scene, upon la 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 la.
You are the first sweating guest we've had on the Pubcast Show, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like, it's a great thing.
I'm a bit sweaty.
Yeah. So yeah, beautiful boy. I don't know if you say
Thank you.
beautiful
It's the
for
fried
something
chicken
like that. You just
that does
blew
it.
my head off.
I just
you
had
know.
a bite of fried chicken during the break.
That's how apt.
How apt. Good fried chicken, better music.
So yeah, Mike, you've been playing all round the country and overseas, and you recently supported the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, I did a gig with the Doobies up in Brisbane, and they
Yeah.
got me out to sing with them on their big hit.
They got you
Listen
up
the
to
Music.
sing.
So,
Wow.
yeah, that was a pretty wild experience.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that. So.
No, they must have obviously wanted you to share their stage.
Well, yeah.
And what gigs have you got coming up, and where can people see you?
The next gig is in Frankston at a place called Beach 162. That's happening this Sunday afternoon from 2 to 5.
Excellent.
And then I'm on the road back in Queensland, up in Brisbane again next week.
So yeah, you do a lot of touring. You're just living
Lot
out
of
of a
touring.
little backpack there, and off you go.
Yeah.
And I see you not taking any room
No.
for your shoes. So,
No, they're over there. It's
yeah.
just a warm night.
Yeah, it is a warm night in Barney, Melbourne. Thanks so much. We're going to hear a bit more from Mike
Sure.
a bit later in the show. But thanks. Let's hear it for Mike. Oh, and hello there.
How you going? Back to me. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mike. Really good stuff. And Karen's just giving away the worst thing about show business. If someone's playing with no shoes, you don't mention they've got no shoes. It's but good to see the John Butler School of Performance, shoeless, doing really well. Two gents that have shoes on that are full of very classy. It's been a great pleasure. Two personal mates of mine, two St Kilda legends. The Deputy Mayor Dickie Gross
That's a
here.
really nice thing of you to say.
And a really good mate of mine, David Brand, who I first met would have been 12 plus years ago when you were a councillor, and I objected to a fried chicken venue in Fitzroy Street, and I bailed you up one night and said, that's your house, I'm going to run against you, and you said, that's a great idea. And we actually ran against each other,
we
but
did.
we're really good mates ever since. You won. But I came back bigger and stronger. We're just going to move here. We're just going to segue over here to the right here. And we don't have to get. It's not like I'm agreed. You're not trying to get my vote here. We can actually feel a bit more relaxed. What's happening in St Kilda, Jen Stick? I'll start with you. What is happening now in the perception of people that live here with live music, the venues, etc.?
Well, there's an overwhelming sense of sadness because a couple of pubs which were precious heritage pubs, and one, the Greyhound, had an extraordinary clientele and a history, have been bowled over, and also the London in Port Melbourne. So it's a disaster. Nothing good comes from this story. We've lost a heritage building, we've lost a live music venue, we've lost an LGBTIQ venue. It's a disaster. And, in one sense I'm a bit ashamed to be hanging around when this occurred. The demolition permit had already been issued, but it gives me no joy to say that, and I got back on council and a precious building, an important venue is gone. It is.
That's the bad news. You got any good news for us?
Yeah. The SB is on its way back.
Yep.
The SB. It's got new owners. Vince and Paul, who owned it for a long time, did a fantastic job. They kept it running as well as it was the SB of the 2000s.
Yep.
And but they gave up the ghost there, and it's been taken over by a new crowd that I'm pretty sure are going to do a pretty good job for live music. I've spoken to them at length.
Yep.
And I feel very confident that they're actually dedicated to live music.
And the Palais rebirth looking $1 million.
The Palace come back.
$1 trillion.
Yeah, well,
$30
million. But look, it's not all bad news. St Kilda's not dead, it's reviving. It was almost dead. But take this business here that we're in. This is a very new venue. It used to be a shop, and within the last 20 years the local Taphouse has been invented. It's very innovative. It's got comedy, it's got music. So it's changed. We've lost a lot of really big venues, the Crystal Ballroom, the venue, but in its place, what we've got is smaller, innovative pubs and bars that are are reinventing themselves, and we now see Carlisle Street augmenting Fitzroy Street and Ackland Street. So it's not all bad.
But just on Carlisle Street, my understanding there was some legislation just passed just recently that it forbids drinking in public, David. Can you just enlighten me of the procedure there?
Look, I think it was a bit of a mountain out of a molehill, but it was a question of between I can't remember the times, but all through the night you can't drink in public.
Mm-hmm.
During the day you could.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of other cities you can't.
Yep.
We voted that you can't drink in public on the streets during the day. There was a perceived feeling that there were people drinking on the streets and making life a bit difficult for the people around them.
Dick?
That's right. There was a sense of safety in the public realm. These are vulnerable people. It's sad that the change had to be made. I supported the change. David didn't. And I defend it.
I'm just going to shout out, Dad, sell the shares in Penfolds because the old blokes can't buy their Royal Reserve port outside Safeway and Carlisle Street anymore, so get rid of the shares. It's a half-hour show. I'd love to actually talk more about this. Maybe we can do this at a more different kind of thing. So it's great, David. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thanks for having us.
Dickie, always a pleasure. Absolutely
on
fantastic.
My birthday.
Round of applause.
On my birthday.
Don't sing happy birthday. More importantly, you're on the Pubcast Show. We do this every Wednesday night. This is our second last show, and then we'll come back bigger and stronger to Series 2. And now, my third best part of the night, Maddy with the gig guide.
For not the first time, I still have part of a mouthful of fried chicken. I do apologise, but it's just going to be a thing. All right, so we'll rip through what's going on this weekend because I see something pretty delicious in the corner. All right, so...
thank you, Maddy. Thank you.
Anyway, okay, so Thursday night the Bennies are playing at Max Watts. There's still tickets for that. Go and get them. Clowns are playing at Last Chance Rock and Roll Bar, which is where we were last week. Excellent band, even better venue. What a time. All right, the Coburg Night Market's on. And then on Saturday night, my other very good friend, Kieran, his band Shaker Faker, who are an Oasis tribute, are playing at Yaya's. They're hilarious. Go and see them. It will be a very, very good time. Jono Barwick will be launching his EP, That Thin-Faced Man, at Fifi's. I will also be there because it will be my birthday, so please feel free to come down and buy me a cocktail because I'm broke. And Sheriff will be playing at Last Chance. That will be incredible. If you haven't seen Sheriff, go and see them. Their live shows are electric and spectacular. Our friend Mike Elrington will be playing on Sunday at Beach 162 in Frankston. And then on the 1st of December, this is coming up a little bit early, but we had him on the show tonight, Andrew McClelland. He DJs, he runs a night called Finishing School, which is iconic. You will hear everything from Rage Against the Machine to Whitney Houston. It's a good time, it's a hoot. You'll probably see me there 1st of December at Ding Dong Lounge. So get down there, have fun and be good.
Yay!
Yay!
And then we just go.
And now we all shuffle back in.
We all just shuffle into
because
shore.
we're excited because there's cheers in this show.
With gifts.
And hello, who do we have here? Toby and Jen.
Let me guess. Toby?
No.
Right.
Let me guess again. Toby?
Correct.
Toby
You're Sandy.
and
Sandy.
There you go, my work's done.
Well done.
Tell us about the place here and just...
Well, it's the local.
What have you got here then?
Well, this
What's
is
going
a
on?
tasting palette. So the local tap house was, I guess, reincarnated about 10 years ago now. Used to
10
go-
years in February.
In February, yeah, coming up to our 10th birthday, and with a massive focus, along with trivia and comedy that we've talked about already, massive focus on beer. The idea being to bring as much good beer to as many people as we can. So
That's quite a mission.
To beer!
Yes.
To beer!
it is a tough job, I'll tell you that. But we constantly change our beer list all the time, so we tap about 400 different beers a year. So every time you come in, something new to drink, something new to try.
What am I drinking here?
No idea.
Looks like you might be drinking the Mornington Brown Ale, but by the hue of it.
The what of
The
it?
hue of it, the colour,
The
the tone and the colour.
I've done a bit with Hugh tonight.
Have you?
No, get it? Jimmy Barnes song.
Alright, which one of these should I try?
Thanks for your support.
What looks a little bit
So what is
sweet?
this?
Not that
Not that one.
This is the tasting paddle,
So this
right?
is the tasting palette, so anytime you can come in, you can pick any 5 beers on tap and get to try just a small amount, so it doesn't break the bank.
How much is that?
$17.50.
Oh, we're fine.
And you get the biscuits. They're worth $8 biscuits there.
On their own.
Or to drink while you're eating.
But I'm pretty sure someone on Facebook's going, are the biscuits vegan or something like that? So,
Definitely.
So another great thing that we do is our Elstars Beer Club. So shortly after we opened 10 years ago, Shandy was there at the beginning, so he can tell you more about it than me. We launched a beer club called Elstars.
Yes, which took off.
That's right, that's massive. So once a month, second Tuesday of every month, we have a gathering. Call it a gathering. If you believe what people say.
piss up.
No, not at all. Sort of, yes, but
Small
not.
hoedown?
But not really. If you believe what people say, we're now the longest running, most well attended beer appreciation club / get together in Australia. We've been running for 9 years come roughly. We don't quite know because we're a bit loose like that. Maybe May, June next
You
year.
can't remember really when it
Somebody
started.
has the date written down somewhere.
Yeah.
They were telling them in the room when they started, and none of them could actually
no, no,
remember
no.
the date. None of them know the date they started.
What we do is we introduce people to beers they might not have tried, breweries they might not have heard of, try to cover a range of styles and interests, and have a really incredible social evening. We get about 60 to 80 people coming down every month. If you want to join, just get in contact with the local. You can sign up for an annual membership. There's lots of other rebates and benefits available if you do so. And we have a bloody great time drinking beer and
What's
just
that
having a
group
chit
called
chat.
again? So
The Ale Stars.
The Ale
And we have a
Stars.
good time.
I love that. And you sort of feature local breweries as
Local,
well as
international as well, different styles.
Yeah.
We try to be semi-educational, but just keep it really casual.
Yeah.
It's just a chit chat. It's dead fun, really.
Chit-chatting to me, what
Yeah,
could be
what's
finer?
wrong with that?
What could be finer?
It's better than anything.
Thank you, that's awesome.
Give it up for the boys. Give it up for the boys.
Thank you, Toby and
Thank you.
Shane.
I'm looking forward to probably hearing after the show. Thank you very much.
Oh, I get one of those.
We're just going to segue over here so Mike gets into position, Mike. 'Cause that's my cue for you to get ready. I've really enjoyed tonight.
I can't. It's just gone so fast.
I've got 2 beers. This is grouse. I'm having the best time.
When's your birthday?
It's next Monday. But again, please feel free to buy me a drink on Saturday night. I'm broke and I love cocktails.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, next Monday
See what I can do. Monday
Come down to
night.
Fifi's, have a beer.
We should really do that.
Now, Malcolm Young dying during the week was a very sad thing, and
that was very
and then what really upset me the most was that our Prime Minister gets asked on national radio or a medium what's his favourite AC/DC song. I reckon my daughter, who's 8, could name at least 2 AC/DC songs. You got this person that can't do that, so.
No, and he used to wear a leather jacket and all. Well.
And did you see that clanger on the front page of the Herald Sun? Ace of Base. Ooh.
There's the Herald Sun.
I experienced a full body cringe. I can tell you it's not nearly as fun as it sounds.
Can you hear a riff happening?
Anyway, why are we talking about this? And yes, homage to
Can we hear a riff?
to the late great Malcolm Young. We're going somewhere with this.
Like a little
Take
hand
it
clap.
away.
Little hand clap at the back. Little hand clap at the back. Go, Mike.
Rolling down the highway, going to a show, stopping all the byways, playing rock and roll, getting robbed, getting stoned, getting beat up, broken bone, getting had, getting took. I tell you folks, it's harder than it looks. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Yeah. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. You think it's easy doing one night stand, stop playing in a rock roll band. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Motel, make you wanna cry. Oh, lady, give the heart sell, and I know the reason why. Getting old, getting gray, getting ripped off, underpaid, getting sold second-hand. That's how it goes, playing in a band. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Yeah. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. You wanna be a star of stage and screen, look out, it's rough and mean. It's a long way to the top. I said it's a long way to the top. You wanna rock and roll.
I can't believe he actually went to his car and put some shoes on after Karen said that he wasn't having any shoes on their car. He's right, don't go there. Sorry.
Yeah. Bare feet, be
stuff,
proud.
mate.
Thank you, that was awesome.
Hell's bells. What a cover.
That
See
was
what I did there?
Yeah. You're really good at that.
Champagne comedy.
That's the end of our second last show of the Pubcast Show Series 1. Thanks very much to our live audience.
Yeah. Can I just borrow what Stevie Nicks and Chrissy Hines would say? You've been the best audience we've ever had. We love you,
And they
Melbourne.
said, they also
love you, Melbourne.
said, keep positive, do what you love, have fun doing it, go you.
Buy my
Steve.
t-shirts.
And so anyway, we're going to see you all next week, same time, same channel.
Different place.
From the Corner Hotel in Richmond, and I can't wait
It's so
to
exciting.
the institution of Melbourne music scene. So we're going to be joined by the nicest, most awesome, loveliest woman in show business, Sarah Carroll. So join us and your friends here or there next Wednesday at the Corner Hotel in Richmond. And we're going to hear, I think that's it. That's bye from me and bye from you. And we're going to...
Before I say goodbye, it's the Ashes tomorrow. Even if you don't by cricket, put 774 on, and just have the background music. As my dear friend Margot said, it's the sound of our childhoods where the cricket is just on the
It's not the sound of
radio.
my childhood.
Yeah.
Just get on with it. Okay, let's say...
Is this the last one?
Sound of my childhood.
Can I hear that riff
It's
again?
mine.
Can I hear the riff? Can I hear the hand claps?
Here we go.
Here's the reprise. Podcast around the world.
It's a long way to the
Top
if you want to rock and roll.
That's it,
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.